Hi guys. Was just wondering which topic was relevant for the collective and what seems to come true. This mind body spirit complex some of you call Nikki is forgiveness. Forgiveness as your ticket to liberation. Forgiveness as a tool for your expansion. Forgiveness as the platform that's going to catapult you into higher levels of awareness, consciousness, happiness, joy, freedom, integration. Why? Because if there is any aspect of your subconscious, of your unconscious, that hasn't forgiven a person, a situation, a thing, or even yourself, there is a drainage of energy or of energies in your system. Like if your whole vehicle, meat suit, or physical vessel is just a computer. Think about it that way. Like a computer with a hardware and a software. Think about the hardware as the unconscious mind and the software as the subconscious mind, and the computer, the outsides, as your vessel and your projections and your actions in your day-to-day field, life, game, playground, etc. If we don't look at the software and the hardware, the computer is going to keep running on the usual program. And if there are viruses of resentment, self-pity, self-hatred, judgment, non-acceptance of self, then you can try to run the latest Apple software in your computer, but it's not gonna work because the hardware is just fucked up. But the good thing is, like, it doesn't have to stay fucked up. And I don't say it from a place of, oh, it's fucked up, like judgment. I say it from a place of, I'm aware that there's something in the hardware that's causing the computer to be slow. And in that case, your manifestations, your creations are going to have that same speed. And if you want to create a wonderful life, forget about self-realization, enlightenment, if that's not your priority. For some of you are. For me, it is. To live in that constant state of clarity and flow. But if your priority right now is just to create a better life for yourself, to live your passion, to maybe wake up every day and be excited about what you're going to do, it also applies to that. So in that case, forgiveness is not something you're doing for someone else. In the higher context, there are no others, and the other person is just you, and it's a reflection of your consciousness. But in the more relative sense, you are freeing yourself, because when you forgive the other person, situation, thing, event, scenario, you are freeing energy in your hardware that you can use for potential creation. Everything here is just focus. Whatever we focus on and give our energy to grows. And if unconsciously you're focusing on a person you haven't forgiven yet, or in yourself, an aspect of you probably growing up in your teenage years that went through something or did or said something that you can't seem to forgive, and actually you never did that, it was just a program. So knowing that you're not that, you're the awareness behind that, but you identified with that comment that you said, with that action that you did, and you are filled with guilt or shame for that situation, then your manifestations, which is just the focus of light from the projector of your eyes onto something in the physical reality, because it's like the light of God just comes from here, and then it comes to your eyes, and then you project these on the screen. You project these pixels. You're seeing me, you're seeing your phone. It's just a projection. It's not actually real. See it as like a holographic expression. And the more and more you forgive, you're going to be able to see reality like this. It's like floaty, dreamy, formless, subtle, less dense. Density is just when we crystallize thought forms, ideas, or resentments so much that we feel like heavy or contracted or not empowered. So by forgiving, you make these thought forms dissolve little by little, and you free up space in the hardware of your mind, body, spirit complex for you to focus on what's really important, which is your pure expression of your true self. Maybe you don't know what it is yet. Or maybe you know, but it's kind of like a struggle to allow that expression to flow through you in whichever creation you want it to be. Or maybe just be excited about waking up. So it's about taking the time and having the willingness and courage to look within and ask yourself, who I haven't forgiven? And try to see the situation from the point of view, I chose this experience to get to know more of myself. Nobody has ever done anything to you. Everything has been chosen, self-created. The most dark of scenarios, abuse, rape, assault, betrayal, etc. It has all been self-created because you wanted to have that experience. Or in the deeper or higher context, sometimes, not always, not for everyone, we have been the perpetrators in previous lifetimes. So we chose to experience the role of the victim in this lifetime so we can forgive ourselves. To free up the unconscious guilt that was in the hardware, have the experience, and be able to forgive the other person, therefore forgiving ourselves. If you see it from this point of view, how can you not forgive yourself? Everything someone is doing from the level of awareness they have access to. Whatever I'm saying right now, I have no idea what I'm saying, except allowing the flow comes from the openness, the receptiveness of my consciousness in the moment to allow the light of God. Maybe in a year it will be completely different. So whatever the person is doing or not doing, it's coming from a place of consciousness that they have access to in that moment. It's not their fault. They're not responsible. They're ignorant. After the action has happened, it just happened. It did. What we are responsible for is what we do after that action, not the other person. That's their karma, that's their path, that's their ascension, their freedom. But what you can do for your freedom is, what can I do from here? How can I look at this experience from a different perspective? Therefore, extract the lesson, the key, and use it to open new portals into higher, more exciting lessons, themes, and realities. So forgive, not for the other person, forgive for yourself. Wish it's for the other person as well when you forgive yourself. Being service to others is ultimately service to self, but from the intention of unconditional love. Now I'll leave you with this question. who, what I haven't forgiven yet. Am I willing to look deep within myself and see what I need to see?